Hello and welcome back to Boring Dead Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more of This Is the Police, as we enter our final couple of weeks of our work as a police chief, or at least that's how it was portrayed at the beginning of the game, 180 days, day 167. Officer Donut. I'm quite glad I hired him, actually, it's a funny name. Right, we've got so many people now, so this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so I've got 16 on this shift. Some of those are probably guys, yeah, at least one of those is a guy I've asked to come in today. Because he chose not to work yesterday, but we've got a pretty big shift of officers today, which is awesome. Ah, now this one is still oh no, this is a different one. I think this is a different one. So, oh, still on heavily detectives. Why don't I, oh, it's probably because they're on that investigation. Hang on. Let's, tell you what, well, he's off today, so it doesn't really matter who I bring off, as long as I bring off just so none of those are working today, so that's fine. Right, let's concentrate on these. So we've got Antonio Mendez. Let's send Davenport, Faust Carson, this guy, Angela Payne. Let's send Wolf and Bowling. I've just seen this investigation's come up as well, so let's send Iron and Armstrong to get that kicked off too. And what's this? Oh, I can hire a police officer. Okay, so I think it's going to be shift B, right? Yeah. Okay, who have I got? I think shift B has an abundance of mayor loyalists. I'm going to actually hire Pavlovina. There we go. All right. So I think the guy who was around yesterday, I wasn't able to get info from him, unfortunately, but it looks like we were able to do both of the ones today. Drug manufacturing. Mrs. Bukovsky complains of a strange smell and smoke that regularly comes from her neighbour's trailer. I don't know what they're cooking in there, but it's obviously got to be some illegal shit. I'm guessing that's a false. My guess is something pretty major is going to kick off before this one completely runs down. Okay, so they started this investigation. Oh, there's a lot of frames for this one. Now, there's assault. So we've got a couple more witnesses here. Let's have a look at Payne first. During the last 2 months I worked there, Rogers threw a tantrum at the window cleaner parking his hoist right outside his office. He acted like he was having a heart attack. I still remember him yelling, "What if he had a weapon? I'd be a sitting duck. Nobody else goes up on the roof without my written permission." He was about to move his office to another wing in the building, but he changed his mind because he likes seeing the courthouse out of his window. Why would he want to keep staring at the courthouse? Who knows? Where he really belongs is an asylum. Okay, so the mayor's office looking at the... Which do I think is the courthouse? Probably 6? Oh, it says there, courthouse. Yeah, so 4 is going to be the mayor's office. So we could... Oh, maybe we could send a sniper onto 6. Should I start positioning people like this? A sniper there. In his office. I think so I think the suggestion is we could have a water assaulter there. Now what else do we have? They brought me in as an outside contractor when the court roof started leaking. City Hall offered us a lot of money to do the job quickly and thoroughly, but then they only paid us half what they promised. I remember it like yesterday. I was standing on the roof of the courthouse just before we finished the job, and I glanced up at the mayor's office thinking, yeah, so sniper there. But there is... What should we put on the thing that goes up to the window of the office? Maybe an assaulter? And there's this one about... The entrance to City Hall is a thoroughfare. A terrorist could walk through there like nothing. I kept telling them, give me an experienced military force. I don't know. I think assaulter, maybe. Breacher, I don't know. I mean... Okay, we've placed 4. I've got 4 things. I think those are looking okay at the moment. I mean, maybe the team leader could go in there, possibly. But let's try and get as many more as we can. 412 in progress. Some customers didn't leave a tip for the waiter, and he became furious. He grabbed a fork, caught up with them at the exit, and threatened to stick a fork in their throats. Okay, so let's send Megalopoulos, Stimpson, and Huff. There we go. It was real. Damn! Okay, I thought that was like Gotta be people like cooking up a bunch of bacon or something and that was causing the smoke. Okay. When you assume you make an ass out of you and me both. Oh, what we got? The waiter is waving a fork around, threatening a frightened old woman and her grandson. Pepper spray. I know I live by always be tasering, but I thought pepper spray was a reasonable choice there. The main hospital has reported a stolen ambulance. Some guy with a gun stepped into the road right in front of it, pulled the driver out and drove off. Okay, that is quite serious. We'll go Mitchell, Vela, Underwood and Coleman. How about that? Oh yeah, we're going to keep looking. So, okay, so the terrorism one, we don't have anyone on at the moment. I might put Davenport, Faust and Carson on that. And when we've just opened up, we'll get Wolf and Bowling on. There we go. If you hear any dog howling in the background, my wife just took the kids out. And he's decided he's a little bit unhappy with that situation. So I was taking a drink of water. Let's have a look. Oh, they got him. That's good. Mrs. Maldonado complained of a suspicious man sitting with his camera in the bushes. I mean, it's probably not. But, again, when you assume, right, we'll send Simonetti and Huff. We'll take it. Not that seriously. Jack, I just wrote a new hit. I need some cops on backing vocals. I'm looking for your most brutal guys. I'll throw you some cash. They can drink whatever they want. I'm actually going to say no, because I don't need the cash at this point, and I'd rather have the cops around. Poor little dog.
1210 complete.
Yeah, the man that's the student at the art school and was just taking pictures on an assignment. I mean, I thought it was, but, you know. We had the manpower available, didn't we?
212 in progress.
A crowd of people from the Church of Satan gathered around the corn monument, splashed black paint all over it, and proclaimed it a symbol of Lucifer's fertility. Alright, well, let's send a bunch of the loyalists round. That ought to do it. We'll send the paddy wagon too.
In progress.
City Hall has received a threat that armed men are coming to storm the building and kill everyone inside. We get these threats several times a month, so we're pretty used to this. We'll send a couple of cops down to keep the peace and keep an eye on visitors. Alright, Simonetti, Huff. There you go. What we got? Theft. A video store owner reports that several teenagers came into his shop, discreetly hid some action movies in their t-shirts and shorts, and then quietly moved towards the exit. He ran after them and caught one of the offenders, but the rest scattered. Come collect this thief. The jerk is already in tears and ready to turn in all his friends too. Right. Kubota, take donut. Look into it. All good. So what am I looking for on this one? 5 frames, I've got 6 pictures. Let's have a look. Garrett Hall blew up a church filled with dark-skinned parishioners during Sunday services. The blast killed 32 people and injured 59 more. Garrett Hall is the leader of the Snow Warriors. He always wears a suit and carries a briefcase. Okay, there's a brown one. That's a black one, okay. And this is also a black one. So that one's probably not it. Hall is spreading the idea that blacks are gradually taking away white jobs. Oh dear. Sunday services are crowded. Would be easy to blend in. Fine. Use C4 explosives and detonated them at a distance. But he's loading them into a brown case there. What's he doing there? Oh, he's putting it under his chair. Judging from the blast pattern, the explosives are attached to one of the pews in the main hall. Yeah, so that does seem likely that's what that was. No cars pulled away from the lot after the service began. I'm thinking it must be the brown case. No, No cars pulled away after the service began. So he probably didn't drive away. Alright, well, we'll come back to that later. What's going on with this one? 3 frames. How many are we looking for? We're looking... Well, oh yeah, quite a lot. So we'll keep that going for now. That's good. Do I want to join the game? I'm going to say yes. I mean, I've got a lot of cash. How much money will we take with us? 20k. See what happens. Assuming we lose it. It's all good. Oh god, I'm actually playing? Wow. I've got nothing. Hold. Check. Oh. How do I know what the other cards are? Oh, they... Oh, yeah, I didn't have anything. Oh, my dear. I did actually have a pair of 8s on that, wouldn't I? I wouldn't have won. 2 diamonds. Enough to check it, I guess. He's bet 200, I'll call it. Got a pair. Or a pair of 4s. Okay, we'll bet. We'll bet a couple of hundred. Still just 1 pair. Check it. We've got 2 pairs now. So let's raise the bet a little bit. Let's bet 500. He's got 2 pairs, 3s and 4s, and I've got 4s and... I won some money. Nice. You know, I'm going to quit. We're not here to play a poker mini game, but yeah. I mean, I'm coming out with about as much cash out. Yeah, that's fine. It's quite cool that you could just completely play a poker mini game there, but I'm not really in the mood. Ah, she's the new girl. There was a fire. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. No, you come in. Free admittance. No, you come in. So we've just lost Vickers. That's fine. Oh, we've got another one of these. Oh, God. I don't have 5 detectives. I've only got 4 on shift. Can I... Can't take Gordon off, even. Can I opt to only send 3? Does it have to be the 5? Damn it.
710A in
Hang on. Only got 3. I want to get they're close to the terrorism one though, so let's chuck them all on there. Alright, what do we got here? That's annoying. A man with a pump-action shotgun and a large hunting knife entered the offices of Trustberg Insurance. He sat in the corner and demanded they call the police. Oh dear, we aren't insured for this, whispered the company's director over the phone. If that psycho injures someone, the doctor's bills will bankrupt us. Okay, well, we've got to play this pretty seriously. We'll send Fistback, Lovers, Dixon and Song with the SWAT. Today, the city will be collecting waste paper and plastic bottles to fight global warming or some other nonsense the hippies invented. We need 3 men to help sort the waste and provide support in case anything happens. Nope. There's nothing I can do about that. Like, even if that guy had come into work, I wouldn't have the 5 detectives spare.
210 in progress.
A bearded man in a white tunic walked into the church, introduced himself as Jesus Christ, and then lifted up his clothes and waved his cock around in front of everyone, laughing wildly. An elderly priest asked the man to leave, but he just dashed away and started vandalising the place. Father Bernard Jasquez tried to determine if the man was possessed, but didn't get very far. The priest has quite a weak heart, and apparently the situation was too much for him. He's now lying on the ground, doesn't seem to be breathing. Meanwhile, the half-naked man is still in a frenzy. Okay, well, seeing as we've got a guy who's possibly dying, so let's send a group of people. More serious situation? Okay, we'll send Sevchenko, Smith, and Fraser. Back you guys up. Aidemir Akhtakanov complains that the fire department refused to answer the call when his house burned. I called them 6 times. The person who answered the phone just mumbled, and then some nasty guy got on the line and said, "Go back to your house and burn." I recently got engaged to the ex-wife of fire department captain Michael Boot, and he's trying to get her back. I know this must have happened because he's trying to take revenge. I bet that he set the fire himself and arranged everything. I mean, it could be. I mean, I've only got these guys to send, so I'll go check it out. It's all good. Now what's this one? Jack, my friend, the mayor's office slashed our budget again and we've had to fire 5 guards. Now we've got new problems in the kitchen. The prisoners are revolting over the food quality. If I could call in some of your cops to informally serve as guards, they'd come in very handy. The prisoners start to riot again, and word if it goes beyond the walls of my prison, my career's over. My senior guards will teach your boys a few tricks. The experience will certainly be useful to them in the future in service to the city. Things aren't easy for either of us with this scumbag mayor we're stuck with. Okay, yeah, we'll try and answer that if we can. At the moment, I have a lot of people on their way back. Okay, let's have a look at this one. An elderly woman said she was accosted by someone right in the middle of the mall. I was approached by a strangely dressed man who offered to help me choose something special for tea. I ran away. It's probably just going to be the greeter or whatever, like member of staff. Abuse of authority. When he sees the police, Michael Boot exits his house and walks towards the police car, making calming gestures. Please turn around and leave if you value your work. I forget Michael Boot. Was he the... No, he was the fire chief, wasn't it? Arrest the man. Mr. Boot sizes up a policeman, then pounces on him and grabs his gun. Do you even realise I outrank you, you son of a bitch? ABT, always be tasing. Come on, come on, come on. Got a few back. Okay, that's back. 2 cars got into a minor accident and the drivers got out to investigate. After a long verbal altercation, one man grabbed a tyre iron and smashed the other man's skull, then rushed to his victim's car, where a frightened woman with 2 children was sitting, and started trying to force his way inside. Okay, yeah, let's not mess around. Fists back. Lovers. Dixon and Song. Meanwhile, we'll send Sevchenko, Smith and Fraser out. Deal with that. Hopefully even get a bit of training, perhaps. The strange man at the mall turned out to be the promoter for the new blue velvet cookie.
1112 in progress.
We received anonymous tips. Some Eastern European women are being brought into the port in a cargo container. They're guarded by... Okay, yeah, we need a lot of people for that, so... Am I due anyone? But yeah, we got... Actually, we do have a bunch of people back. And we got the swap. Okay, Kochi, Numada, Maza, Feinberg, Schanau, Woodard and Koenig. With the swap, you go check that out. It's good. Boss, it was a very tough day, but we learned a heck of a lot of useful techniques to deal with the trash we run into on the streets. What did they get? Was that 100 you said? That's pretty cool. Excellent. I mean, I don't think we see them for the rest of the day now. Where's Sevchenko? Yeah. But the training will be good. I can't. I've got no one. Okay, good. I think New Matter is actually one of my originals. So it's quite good to see her still doing well. What do we got here? Assault with a deadly weapon. A woman reports that a few big guys found a bum on the street and are beating his arms and legs while they laugh. Oh god, one of them just got a gun from his belt and he's shoving it in the homeless man's face. Alright, fistback, lover, Dixon, song. So I don't think it's the one with the black bags. I don't think it's the one with the car, because no one was seen leaving. Yes, that could be, and that could be a... That's another black suitcase. The pews in the main hall. It's all with the brown sack. Oh, that's probably him detonating it. Maybe that's him taking it out, the bag? Yes. Garrett Hall, leader of the Snow Warriors. Here we go. Alright.
12 in progress.
Eek. Yeah. Alright, let's have a look at this. Donatello's crazy about donuts, apparently. Or scheduled for a custody hearing regarding who gets his son after his divorce. Or buying a car. Go to the donut place. Koshi Numara. Tell you what, take the SWAT. Let's deal with this one as well. Send Mazza, Feinberg, Chanel, Woodard and Koenig, and the old paddy wagon. There we go. I got no one. Sorry, guys. Yeah, they got it done. Yay, we got him. He was at the donut place. Got all the suspects, which means we can close the case on the Snow Warriors. Da 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 da, another gang busted. Nice. Yep, got it done. All good. Yeah, it was a good day. Now... No, I won't ask detectives to come in tomorrow. But I might not be as lenient letting people have the day off. No, I need you. I need all the detectives today, just in case. Nope. No! Is it the same film? No. Alright, we've got a stripe. Who should I give the stripe to? Who's my best cop that doesn't have one? Timpson, probably. Yeah, go on then, Timpson. Right. Who's this? Oh, I've got my snitch. Yeah. Assault. Only needs... See, this one only needs one. Alright, we'll send Davenport. Let's have a look at the investigation we got going here. I'll just add everyone else to this.
510 in progress.
Fight. Mr. and Mrs. Collins recently divorced are selling their house. While the agent was showing the home to potential buyers, the couple began quarrelling over nothing and started throwing utensils at each other. The fight escalated, then the realtor called the police. Get these nuts out of here, they're scaring away the buyers. Okay. Why did we send Kubota, Nordlander... A shooting, oh dear. Augustus O'Connor, a high school student, came to school with 2 pistols and a shotgun. He went to class when the bell rang, locked the door and fired 2 shots into the ceiling. The school's principal told the police that Mr. O'Connor had problems with his peers. They regularly abused him and made fun of him for his appearance and his name. Augustus O'Connor? What's funny about that? Augustus is a very clever and mild boy, and he was making tremendous progress in his studies. Okay, well, let's send loyalists out. Oops. This one. Should be enough with the SWAT, I would have thought. I don't get it. Why aren't the police doing anything? Enormous bursts of negative metaphysical energy have been channeling through St. John's Cathedral. Soon the Antichrist will be born. He will rise up through the roof, and from there that whole... Okay, well that's nothing, is it? I don't glean anything useful from that, I'm afraid. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Yep, got the couple. This one's okay. Right, okay, we'll send Simonetti and Coleman off to that one. A hysterical boy is reporting that a neighbour poisoned his mother. He came over and poured something into her glass, and now she's not... I think that's a false alarm, but tell you what, I'll send a couple of officers just in case. We got him, and everyone's unharmed. Perfect. Mother had simply drunk more than her share of alcohol. It was just a hellish hangover, nothing life-threatening. Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought it was, but, like, you know, been a bit burned by assuming things are false alarms recently. Mrs. Cronkite was visiting the park with her granddaughter and witnessed a disgusting sight. A crowd of naked people were screwing right in the middle of our beloved park. Lord Jesus, I'll never be able to sit on those benches again. Other witnesses reported sighting a group of Swedish activists from the FFF movement. Fuck for forests. They organised public sexual acts to draw attention to the problems of deforestation and the disappearance of jungle ecosystems. I mean, yeah, I mean, either way, that sounds like it's not appropriate. Don't have a paddy wagon. An informant reports that a container is coming into the rail station filled with girls who are being sold as sex slaves. The package is under armed guard. Okay, yeah, so we'll send all the red guys out there with the SWAT, I think.
14 complete. 1210 in progress.
We report seeing a strange man on the street who followed her all the way home. I barely had time to shut the entryway door, but he's still standing out front. I can see him through my window. Come over and deal with him. Alright, donut, puff, off you go. Yeah.
Looks like we have a situation.
Seeing the police, most of the guards lay down their arms and surrender. But one of them opens fire and ducks inside the rail car where the prisoners are probably being held hostage. Not a grenade, it'll hurt the hostages. Get out of there right now while he's still breathing.
1112. 910 in progress. 1210 complete.
The strange man was just a new tenant of the apartments. He's just a harmless programmer who forgot his keys. We're getting people back, so I'll just let that one time out a little bit. So we might need a bigger response. Plus, possibly the SWAT. There we go. Actually, no. An unkempt man snatched an elderly woman's bag and tried to escape, but she was able to catch up with him. The man then pulled out a gun and shot the woman in the stomach. Then he hid in an abandoned house. The punk is still in there. And here's a wino outside, tearing his shirt and saying he'll throttle the man with his bare hands. We'll send 3. Subaki, Megalopoulos, and Notlander. Meanwhile, what's this unlawful assembly? Stirred up by rumours of layoffs, hundreds of workers gathered in front of Atticus Tower. Then someone threw some glass bottles from the building onto the crowd, and a real massacre erupted. These people are fighting to the death, according to one eyewitness. Many of them aren't just carrying clubs, but pistol. Okay, yeah, so we're going to send a big response. We'll start with all the red guys. I've still got a couple of slots, so we'll send Timpson and Kubota 2 with the paddy wagon. There we go.
412 in progress.
Fortunately, I'm not going to send Donut and Huff to that one, so we might have to let that one go. 3 new frames, but I think we want 8 for this one, don't we? So I still don't have enough to fill it, even if we got everything, so... So are we... My bad.
910. Looks like we have a situation here.
Yeah, that wasn't... Oh, that was the armed robbery. Okay. Meanwhile, what have I got going on behind it? Unlawful assembly. Oh, yeah. In the crowd, a man with a broken skull is aiming a pistol at the back of a brawling woman. Strike the man, throw him to the ground. Someone is throwing more bottles and other debris from one of the building's windows. The crowd is furious. Loudspeaker. Try to calm them down. Good. That's probably it. Have a cutscene this time. I'm tempted to send people into work tomorrow. I think, like, if we get someone who's going to take a lot of detectives to arrest, I want to be prepared for that, I think. Answer your phone, Jack.
Jack Boyd, Freeburg Police Chief.
Jack, it's me. I'm so glad you're alive. Jack, look, I wanted to... Well, the situation is Laura left, Jack. She went out of town and she's not coming back. She said she didn't want to see the children. She says she doesn't want to hurt them. Well, I just thought that you needed to know.
It doesn't matter. It's too late. But thank you for calling, Mrs. Markham.
Look, Jack, I can't let things drop like that. I swear, I didn't have anything to do with that terrible attack. That day, Laura came to the restaurant, waited for you about an hour, and I was with her the whole time. You do believe me, right, Jack?
Frankly, I don't care, Mrs. Markham. I really don't. Take care of yourself.
Sevchenko! Smith. I accidentally broke my bathroom mirror. No, you're coming in. A house burned down. You get a lot of that about the place. Alright, yeah, but come tomorrow. Yeah, come tomorrow. Alright. It's not too bad. Yeah. Oh, okay, well, I think as long as I take them off the investigation, that should be fine. Well, I can't take him off, but I can take off these other ones. Bing, 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 bing. There we go. Who have I got available? Guess it's Vickers, right? Alright, what we got here? Mr. Mordiev came to pick up his son, who's having trouble learning to tie his shoelaces. The father became hysterical and started slapping the boy's face. You idiot! Look at you! You can't even tie your shoes. Right, Woodard, Koenig, good deal with that guy. Homicide. A man was eating a burger at the cafe, started waving his arms in the air, gasping for breath, and then fell to the floor dead. One of the others yelled, "I've heard 1,000 times about that washed-up sociopath Eddie. He likes putting rat poison in the food." I think he probably just choked. Come back to that one. It's this one. Assault. A pale man entered the store, stopped in front of the shelves in the meat section, and stood for a long time considering the display. Then he started shaking his head violently and fell to the ground. He was still conscious, so the clerk ran up to help him to his feet. The man grew even more pale, then bared his teeth and bellowed wildly like there was some kind of wild animal inside him. He then buried his teeth in the clerk's neck. It was a vicious attack as the man tore a big chunk of flesh from the clerk's throat. I swear to God, it seemed like he grew twice his size, said the Indian man who called in the report. He then cried and said desperately, "This guy is some kind of alien." Well, it sounds like an attack by a mentally ill person, but it does sound like an attack, so... I'll send you guys. And this one, we will send people. I think this is probably just a guy choking. I say just, it is unfortunate. But we'll send Fraser and Chanel. Oh, we got this.
414 complete.
Former judge. When I first started working as a clerk for Judge Peters, a candidate for governor came to the city during his campaign to give a speech on the steps of City Hall. He was a vile man, and I wasn't the only one who thought so. On the roof of the courthouse, a lone gunman armed with a rifle fired at the candidate as he climbed the stairs, but missed. The candidate's bodyguards immediately closed in, and the lone gunner committed suicide. Since then, I always say, if you're going to take an important shot, bring a partner in case the first guy misses. Sounds like... Where's the court? Do I put... Oh, I can put 2 there. The roof of the courthouse. We've got a university here. Okay, yeah, 2 snipers in case the first guy misses. The steps of City Hall would be opposite number 8, right? So should I put one there too? Probably. Museum. I mean, he might have a shot at those windows as well, you know. Maybe I should do it like that. And they're kind of both kind of zeroed in on that office. Maybe that's better. I got another water assaulter. Maybe I should send 2 in. I mean, I guess there is one. We could put one. That's probably the guy we didn't speak to, but I guess we'll put one there. I'm not quite sure what these ones are. I mean, we've got a bit of time. There is, it's like a manhole cover or something at 9. I guess potentially you could send someone in through there. Not quite sure what to do with the breaches. I don't know. We don't need to decide all this right now. We'll keep waiting until we kind of have to, you know, make a call and all of that stuff.
410 complete.
The victim wasn't poisoned, he simply wasn't paying attention and ordered a burger that was prepared with peanuts, which caused a terrible allergic reaction. Okay, so he wasn't choking, but, I mean, you'd still want, like, emergency services to attend, wouldn't you, to help him? Yeah, we got this guy. Counterfeiting? Thanks to an anonymous tip, we have learned that one of our abandoned factories is now home to a counterfeiting ring, operating on an industrial scale. The criminals are armed and dangerous. Okay, that does sound serious. But let's wait until we get some people back.
In progress.
Tell you what, let's do Kochi, Numara, Maza, Feinberg, Woodard, Koenig. Do I send 2 more? Let's just go with these guys for now. We've got reckless driving here. A taxi driver reports that a man driving a truck ran through a traffic light, clipped his car, then pulled up and parked illegally. These freaks have no fear. You got to do something. All right, Fraser, Chanel, off you guys go.
In progress.
Stanley Gower was on his way to his country house when he encountered a rusty car driving very slowly and veering from side to side, not allowing anyone to pass. Mr. Gower was able to slip by and shouted a few curses at the driver, but soon after he got a flat and was forced to stop, and the rusty car caught up with him. Out climbed a giant man in ragged clothes who pulled out a wrench and started beating on the car, then took off his pants and defecated right on the windshield. Mr. Gower locked himself in the car and is afraid to move. Yeah, it doesn't sound great, does it? To a fistback lover song. You guys go deal with that.
111 complete.
Sorry guys, I can't send anyone. You got it done, so it's all good.
410A in progress.
Yeah, I might need a few back for that. I don't know if we'll get them though.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
You don't need that.
212 complete.
I've only got 2. I'll see if I can send them. I bet they won't go though. Yeah. Sorry.
410A complete. 1010B in progress.
A black sedan rammed into a truck on the bridge and exploded. Soon after, we received several reports from the area that the driver was a suicide bomber and his accomplices somewhere nearby. Okay, well, we better send a response for that. Oh, did I put... I don't know if I put all these detectives back on. Did I? No. Whoops. Okay, we'll stick them on now.
1110 in progress.
A representative from Saltwalt Importers reports that a large consignment of contraband salt is being unloaded at the port. Our company has been suffering losses for the past 6 months thanks to these illegal goods, but the police aren't doing anything about it, so we had to hire a private detective. Well, we finally found the criminals. We have them dead to rights, but if it turns out the smugglers are armed thugs, so please come and do your job. Okay. Fishback, Lovers, Song, Fraser, Chanel. Hopefully that's it for the major calls tonight.
1010B complete.
Not really do much about that anymore. Okay, so that's 9 frames now, isn't it? So let's have a little look at this. A woman named Hannah Nelson was assaulted at a student party. This is the victim. It was a quiet party. Me and Emily went there together and we were dancing and having fun. Okay, is there anything kind of like that? Not really at this point. A guy named John Zimmerman came up and offered to get us some drinks. Right, could be him. Maybe? I don't know. I don't drink, but he insisted, and he was so sweet, so I took a couple of sips from the plastic cup he gave me. Yeah, it could be that. I don't know, let's get to that. Then we danced with him, and Emily said we just had to have another drink to toast our friendship, so I had one more. She gave me a little more of her drink, so that's probably that happening. Oh well, there's 2 different colour cups. And then John wanted to go somewhere quieter. He took me by the hand and led me to a back room. Everything was a blur. When I woke up, I was almost naked and there was blood between my legs. Okay. Yikes. Okay, so... she's got a blue... Okay. I'll have to work through this. The victim's friend. Hannah loves to have fun at parties. She's a real wild child. Well, that doesn't tie up with what she said. It was a quiet party. I don't drink. I love her. She'll drink anything that comes past. When they started playing slow songs, that jerk John Zimmerman came up with some drinks and started pouring all over Hannah. So... it's about... yeah, she's wearing different things. Oh. Then who's this? They had their fun, drank some more, and she took his hand and followed him to one of the back rooms. They were gone a long time, and I decided to go find Hammer. I found Zimmerman first. He was quickly buttoning his pants. Everything seemed really tense, like something bad happened. In one of the rooms I found Hannah half naked, and her eyes were all glossed over. It was obvious Zimmerman drugged her and raped her. John Zimmerman. Yes, I like Hannah, and we had a little fun at the party. We danced, we drank, went in the back to hang out, but nothing happened. We just kissed, and then her psycho girlfriend Emily broke into the bedroom and shoved me out the door. Emily has been chasing me for a long time, and she wasn't happy that I liked Hannah instead. As I was leaving, I heard Hannah say she felt dizzy and couldn't keep her eyes open. Medical examiner. We found signs of forcible penetration on the victim's body, but no foreign biological traces, either semen or saliva. We did, however, find traces of spermicidal lubricant, typical sign of a condom. The girl's blood showed a slightly elevated alcohol content, but the rohypnol in her system was off the charts. Apparently, rohypnol was mixed into the victim's drink. She would have been completely unconscious and easy prey for a rapist. Crime scene. We found traces of blood on the bed. Next to the bed was a spray can of female deodorant, a pair of scissors, a scarf, and a torn condom package. Oh god, this is gross. Okay, so who's this girl? If we're saying that this is... Which one's the victim? I'm very confused by like the clothing they're wearing, so I don't get who this girl is. Okay, so that's, yeah, so that's Hannah, the brunette with the like earmuffs on there. Doesn't sound like she did come in and find them. So okay, so the friend is in the brown coat. Did the friend do something to her? I don't know, it doesn't sound like it. I think that's a... Not... Is that the rohypnol? I don't know if we've got what we need here. Ninja came up to get us. I don't drink. He insisted. So I had a couple of sips in the plastic cup he gave. Like that. Dancing, having fun. Gave her a drink. And we danced with him. I don't think that's anything either. I guess goes up. Oh. Emily said we're to leave toast our friendship side while she gave me more of her drink. So I think she's... I think that's her. Giving her more drink. John wanted to go somewhere quieter, took me by the hand, led me to a back room. Everything was a blur. I don't know, maybe something like that. And then these ones I can't really play. So I think we need more, honestly, in this one. Is that the right girl? No, but she's coming in. I don't think she does. She doesn't claim that she came in and saw them. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if these work. I think these work up to a point. So I think we'll have to investigate that a bit longer, that one. Great. And they seem like a good group of cops at the moment. We haven't lost anyone for ages. Which is a very good thing, obviously. And that's... Oh, 2 new kindergartens are opening in Freeburg today, and to a great fanfare, of course. The event requires your full attention. Send someone to come read a book for the children. Sounds like a job for Mazza. I don't know why they're opening a kindergarten at 3 AM, but what do I know? I'm not in the kindergarten business. Don't think she's coming back. Okay. Now again, I'm going to send Vickers in tomorrow. Any of the detectives that don't seem completely knackered we'll send in. Paul's beard contest. Iron. Come tomorrow. My neighbour died. No. Janitor hasn't been around to clean the toilets today. No, you come in. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, should have enough detectives even for a 5 detective call out. Okay, well, we just need to take someone off the, a couple of people off this case. So and a wolf from Davenport. Bink, bink. Oh, we got City Hall. I mean, I guess another officer. Might get another detective. We're having to send a lot of detectives out at the moment. Attempted murder. Mrs. Kabar was taking out the trash when she saw 5 guys in a doorway beating up a defenseless man. Hurry up, they're going to kill the poor guy. All right. Mitchell, Flores, Dixon, Simonetti. Oh, not you. Coleman. A high-pitched female voice squeaked into the phone, reporting that a man at the zoo was trying to rape a giraffe. Okay. Oh, donut. Huff. Check it out. The concierge at the hotel's front desk grew frightened when 8 strange men entered the hotel and proceeded without a word straight for the elevator. They were hiding some items under their coats, which looked like weapons. 10 minutes later, a series of shots and screams were reported for... Okay. If it wasn't for the shots and screams, I probably would have ignored that, but it does suggest we ought to take it a bit more seriously, perhaps. The fact it's asking for a full response, though, tells me it probably is a false alarm. Larry Cook. Several months ago, the mayor made a big stink about our staff not telling him we were going to wash his windows. He got so wound up he nearly pulled our license. I remember it after it happened. I had to personally go down to City Hall and apologise. The local caretaker, a very nice woman named Angela, joked that my man scared Roger so bad he started splitting his work between 2 adjoining offices. Now we'll need 2 window washers if we want to take him out. Ha ha. I mean, we've got 2 guys on the roof there. Someone going up there. The breacher I don't really know about. I can click on them for info. Soldier in heavy gear, carrying a ram and several types of explosives, able to break through protected and reinforced positions, and can target any object to create a tactical advantage. They usually work alongside assaulters who supply cover. I could send these guys kind of like there, couldn't I? We send the team leader in the front door as well. Including windows and roof. Obviously I've got 2 assaulters. I'm not really sure what this position is. I mean... There's 3 as well. It's like a rear entrance. I've got 1 guy there for now. Okay. The director of the view says they don't even have a giraffe. Oh!
410A in progress.
Okay, we are getting some people back shortly.
410C complete.
Okay, it was a serious thing.
311B in progress.
A man in a wheelchair armed with a Molotov cocktail... a box of Molotov cocktails is trying to torch the home of his lawyer. Oh my god, my dog's going nuts. Hang on. Okay, Mitchell, Flores. Man in a wheelchair. He does have... Yeah, he does have Molotovs, I suppose. But you 3 guys go out for now. We've got a massive fight at the port. Okay, we're going to have to welcome some people back, I think, to respond to that. International Summit on the Immigration Crisis. You'll need to provide protection. Yeah, that is something police need to do. Yeah, tell you what, we'll send Simonetti, Coleman and Huff. Massive fight. The dock workers didn't receive their pay on time, so they rebelled and stormed the head office, intent on taking the money from the safe. Security isn't ready to back down, and a major fight has erupted. Okay. We're going to have to mix and match a little bit, I think, here. Subaki, Vela, Chavez, Megadopoulos. Send a couple more. Well, actually, we could just send the Robespierre guys in the paddy wagon.
Looks like we have a situation here.
The slippery bastard squeezed me of all my money and still lost the case. I'll die without my disability benefits, the man complains while he angrily strikes his cigarette lighter. Order the onlookers to disperse. The disabled man ignites one of the Molotov cocktails and throws it. Shoot the Molotov cocktail.
410 in progress.
God. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to check the detectives on this case first. Did I put everyone back on? I didn't. So there we go. Oof, alright. Mark War Shooting Gallery. A visitor to the shooting range reports that a hairy man wearing black entered, pulled out a revolver and started shooting at the manager. He has everyone running for cover and is showing no signs of slowing down. Alright. Vela, Chavez, Curtis, Underwood, take... actually, just you guys go.
1210 in progress.
A girl reports that a man with suspicious-looking hair chased her down the street. He followed me all the way home and I just ran. I barely escaped. Probably a false alarm. What was this one? Jack, you know that today we have that big rugby match? Firefighters against cops. The last call we went on, we got in some trouble, but a burning roof collapsed on some of our guys while they were dragging some civilians from the fire. Some of our best players were killed and there's no way we can compete in the match. The only way I can see it is if 4 of your guys can come play on our side. You know we don't have any money in the budget, but after the match, let's go have some drinks.
Trying to raise 10-1, starting hot spot.
Send Pavlovina. She can. Alright, so tell you what, send Flores and Dixon to go deal with that.
Trying to raise 10-1, starting hot spot.
Mitchell, you go send backup. So yeah, I won't be able to do that one after needing to send backup to both those calls. I mean, I didn't need to, but equally I didn't think I'd have 4 guys back in time to do that. Potentially that one. Okay, this was someone. Yeah, good. I'm glad I sent those over.
311 progress.
Massive fight, taken care of. Ooh, another massive fight. Yikes. Okay, what do we got? We got armed robbery, lots of people needed. What's this one? Yikes. Okay.
412.
I don't think we're going to be able to attend either of those calls just through not having enough people available. 3 new frames. Okay, let's have another look at this. Her. Well, he's got a yellow cup, so I don't think it's the blue cup one. But yeah, takes her off. Yeah, she didn't lead by the hand. This... It's the colour of the cups and stuff, isn't it? And it's possible she did do... It's possible she did something, you know. Down to the colour of the cups, I think. Okay, with the yellow cup, she drank some. Friend had that. Maybe she had the blue. I might look it up. I think what happened is, yeah, he just gave her a drink, and I think her friend spiked her drink and then burst in and then made it look like that. But I'm going to look it up for the exact sequence because I'm getting a little bit mixed up with the colour of the cups and stuff, so just hold up. Okay, so yeah, basically we're pretty much there. This is the last frame, though, for some reason. I'm not quite sure of, unless it's like... See, I thought that was the rehypnol. Is it fake blood or something? I'm not quite sure, but... So she drinks, they pour again, then this happens, and then this should be the last frame. Oh. That's the right one. That's what it said. Hang on. Oh yeah, I see what's different. Is this frame. This needs to be exactly the same thing, but with her coming in the background, so... oh no, it's this one then. Ah! Emily Carr, friend of the victim. Emily's been in love with John Zimmerman for a long time, but he always ignores her and favours her friend Hannah, and she just couldn't take it, so Emily decided to take revenge on them both. Yeah, well, Iron's off drunk, so we'll have to... Did I say come in tomorrow? Maybe. But anyway, we can take... Oh, the other officers are off that. I can't do either of these. I don't have enough people back, I'm sorry.
311 complete.
There were too many big calls towards the end of the day there. Oh, that one was a false alarm, though. They were shooting action scenes for a new hard-boiled women thriller. I mean, I couldn't do either. In terms of who we got here, Emily Carr lives with her parents. Or... in... Okay, so either at home or at school. Hard to say which is the better one. But let's end the day. Now, it's tempting to leave it there, but I do kind of want to go in and arrest her tomorrow, so I think we will do that. Again, let's just ask the sort of detectives who aren't too exhausted to come in, just in case we've got to chase up a couple of things. With a big response. Ew. No, I need all my detectives today. Okay, maybe I could have let you go. If I'm honest, but... Oh well. Alright, so what do we got? What do we got? Okay, we've got a couple of things here. Medic Loza, janitor. Okay, Mole. Actually, who? Yeah, Mole, Gordon, Armstrong. What else we got? Mitchell Howell, former military sniper. Right, we're going to send Bowling, Fowles, and Carson. Ooh, now another detective. Let's have a looky-loo. I don't think it matters which shift, but I'm going to send them to shift A, because that means they should be on tomorrow. Nice. And then we'll wait for those two things to be resolved, and then we'll go do the arrest. The city has seen a dramatic increase in the number of traffic accidents and violations happening on our roads, and the press is starting to ask questions. Put a few cars on random traffic stops to keep the people on their toes, and don't forget to smile for the cameras. I mean, I don't hate it. But I'm going to refuse. Actually, I think I probably can do this. Let's tell you what, let's go to school first. And we'll go with Fistback and Lavas. We don't need the SWAT, I don't think. I think we've got two of these, so let's have a look. The sniper. I wasn't going to kill anyone. After I left the army, I felt like I had a hole in my heart. I couldn't keep my head straight, so I went up on the rooftops with an old rifle looking for good and bad positions, imagining what I would do if the city was attacked. I was remembering my youth in the military, you see. The day I was arrested, some student wearing glasses saw me and called the police. They didn't understand what I was doing. I wasn't there to hurt anyone, just get a good view of the area. I found a nice place. But it was only good for a general overview. You could put a man there if you had a whole team, but a lone gunman would do better on the roof of the church or the courthouse. Depending on who they were targeting, but who would listen to me? They said I was a crazy bloodthirsty killer and locked me up. Now, it doesn't say where he was. This is up on the rooftops. Church or courthouse? Well, I've got the courthouse. The church I'm not doing, because it seems like he's on the other side of the building. Janitor. I sweep the City Hall courtyard every morning, and when I pass by the phone booths, I see something I can't believe. Okay, that's... I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen, because you can't see my hand. But that's number 10, I think it is the phone booth. So I see something I can't believe. A couple of young male clerks have picked the spot behind the racks as their special little quiet place, not for having morning coffee, no. They go there to lick each other. In my country, they'd get sent to cut timber in the tundra for that, but for some stupid reason, you treat everyone here like children. It makes me want to break the glass with my broom, jump through the window and stomp their bones. And no one would notice either. That part of the building is always closed for renovation, so you could sneak in there, potentially. Well, it's the phone booths. Closed for renovation. Well, I've kind of got an assaulter there. I mean, that could... Yeah, I think that could... Well, no, I said 10 didn't I? It's actually 12 is the phone booths. It sounds like you could get in that way. Maybe you send a breach and clear guy there. Maybe... Okay. Yeah, starting to build up a bit of a picture. Gotta. Excellent work, guys. Now that's it for investigations at the moment, isn't it? So, let them all have a bit of a chill out.
1111A in progress.
Hello, please come right away, urges a very agitated man. There's an overturned truck in my yard filled with cocaine. I came out of the house. It's probably going to be flour or something. Let's leave it. I don't think you tend to have trucks of cocaine filled with cocaine going down suburban streets. Gone quiet.
912 in progress.
4 armed men entered the home of Viola Esther and presented some papers which supposedly proved the apartment belongs to them. A woman and her family are being forced to move him out onto the street. Armed men, though, right? Fistback, Lovers, Sevchenko, Smith, Fraser. Yeah, and so on. I'm going to feel bad if this is what happened there.
1111A in progress.
The man had mixed up the dosage of his medication and suffered a distorted view of reality. He had mistaken the snow outside for huge piles of cocaine. A massacre, okay. A man with a shotgun entered the newspaper room and started opening fire all around. It seems he's enraged that they refused to print an advert he sent in. Okay. Kochi, Numada, Feinberg, Shanau. We'll send 2 more. Woodard. I'm going to send Pavlovena. Get a bit of XP for her, hopefully, and we'll send the SWAT.
Officer on scene. Looks like
Sobbing child is lying on the floor. 3 men are searching the house, while the 4th is shaking a pistol and a wad of crumpled papers at a frantic woman. Grab the woman by the hair and order her to pack her bags. Take the man's papers and order everyone to remain calm. The documents are handwritten and don't make much sense. They're stamped with the logo from a shoe shop. Leave the house and consult the notary across the street. Arrest everybody.
912.
Everybody. I have no idea what was actually going on there.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant.
The massacre. Okay. Tell you what, let's just send Koenig.
Hortense in progress.
Homicide at the Octopus Restaurant. A restaurant manager refused to serve a group of men wearing tracksuits. The men were highly offended, and one of them pulled a gun out of his pocket and started firing at the manager. Okay. Fistback, Lovers, Maza, Sevchenko. SWAT's just gone out. I tell you what, send a couple more as I don't have the SWAT. There we go.
Hortense complete.
Phew. Good work.
trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Southpaw.
Sure. Smith, Fraser, you both go. How's it going, you guys?
410 complete.
Hooray! Awesome. Alright, let's end the day. In terms of detectives, they're all a little pushed, aren't they? I think I might not send anyone extra in. Let's just end the day. Alright, well we're going to leave it there for now, so I'm going to say thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, if you could hit the like button, that'd be fantastic. Leave me a comment as well, let me know your thoughts on how things are progressing, particularly with the assault as well. I mean, there's felt like a couple that haven't really, like the conspiracy guy, I didn't really know what to make of his testimony. I'm wondering like how much of a difference like picking the right spots will make for the final assault. Probably big, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts anyway, the way we're setting up. And yeah, big thank you as always to our channel members as well for supporting Boring Dad Gaming, and if anyone else is interested in checking out channel memberships and gaining earlier access to the videos I put out, that'd be awesome. Thanks very much anyway, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.